Okay, so we're going to begin this story very simply, meaning. I'm going to talk about vestibular and chronic pain and the diagnosis of PTSD when the kids were screaming, self-harming, and the lies told by administration, then told by healthcare, the lies of NPF, or Neptune's previous family, popping up all over. So each of these groups helped to explain behaviors that I really did not understand or understood on some level, but was too shocked. That's why PTSD is really shock and awe. But ultimately, everything that connects to this story is my voice. Lost my voice, lost communication, and acquired after head trauma, sensory, maybe disorder, which I was not born with, but also because I can't explain myself to people that aren't going to take their truth. But you said this, and now you're contradicting yourself. How is that okay? You've deleted this email, and now you're claiming you never said that? I get it. They learn just as fast as we learn, so we got to get ahead of them. All right? All right? I have YouTube channels, I have Twitter accounts, I have Tumblr, I have this account, LinkedIn, I have Instagram. I've been putting up everything to track how much comes out when people deny your truth. And now we're going to start putting them together because I kept visualizing true collaboration. I was going to get true collaboration, discord with the body and the mind when it's disconnected. And it all goes back to the proprioceptive system, vestibular nerve, and like I said, losing speech, whether that's traumatic brain injury, nerve radiculopathy, because I still have a ton of feeling in my face. This is where the initial injury was. I couldn't move my head. So now I can move my head. If you'd like to follow, please do. If you're interested in the other site, reach out to me so I can make sure you're not part of that community. If you'd like to follow, because I'm going to deny them the lessons that I've learned and this final curriculum. That's the only thing that kind of, keeps me motivated to keep doing this. Because if they're going to deny my students access to the curriculum, I'll deny them. That's equal treatment. Correct? Now, I'm on the board of directors of Mahone Owners Association, and they are also doing the same behavior. So I gave them a chance in the February 3rd meeting to be transparent and to be honest. And their reaction tells me, we're done. No more chances. Okay? I was a school teacher for 12 years in Chicago public schools. I learned a couple things about voice and tone and being very clear about emotion, self-control, body awareness, and again, working with students with behavioral issues. It's actually not a behavioral issue because I ask about the environment first. What are you doing for our students? How are you keeping that data and justifying these grades and decisions? And that's where the teachers kind of failed. Anyway, I don't have to teach ever again. In the school system, the agreement was no gag order for loss of my license, balancing certification, and going to be validating learning by them. Kind of failed. Anyway, I don't have to teach ever again. The agreement was no gag order for loss of my license. Please leave a time so that I can fully understand what you're asking. And we'll do these conversations live, okay? Because I'm going to model everything you should do when faced with overwhelming systems of abuse. Thank you for being supportive. If you are an expert in the field of trauma or can contribute, please do so publicly. I'm much better at getting on my computer, and I'm going to turn those notifications on. I'm almost there. I'm just not quite there. And if you are on the YouTube channel, then leave me comments, but please leave a time so that I can fully understand what you're asking. And we'll do these conversations live, okay? Because I'm going to model everything you should do when faced with overwhelming systems of abuse. Thank you.
First of all, thank you to technology that has allowed me to repeat and say and practice talking over and over and over, trying to edit myself, edit in air, writing in air, writing being the hardest thing you're going to do, except teaching someone to write. To get ready for the February 3rd board meeting, I spent 8 hours nonstop practicing, explaining what speech apraxia is so that they understood it's not cognition. So when they say to me, if you can't make decisions about the budget, then maybe you shouldn't be on the board and step down. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying all the behaviors, and especially the inability to get documentation for the things I'm requesting, is creating the speech issue. Is it stress? Is it the nerve radiculopathy pain in my face, chest, body that's rippling and distracting? 21st, 2020 is when I reached out to Dr. Cole. That's when the triggers were strongest. All right, and you just have to get it out. The word rape, I've never actually said aloud, ever. Why? Because it's really hard to say. You don't understand that, then maybe you don't get how audio affects physical, emotional, social, and also the stigmatization of victims. Thanks to Neptune's previous family, they really showed what they will absolutely redo. I'm sorry, you don't just blindly protect people when your confusion and your obvious acceptance of behaviors that are, well, I saw you walk away from the person yelling ridiculous with this look on your face, and that's what's causing this person's pain. So we're just gonna numb ourselves to all this crap. But the fact that if I say something, you're gonna come after and do something to me, create fear, yell, already being in an environment where I'm asking questions regarding a part-time assistant position where, again, the paper trail is a little icky here because I've already been shown 2 contradicting pieces of evidence, and their behavior, non-response and reaction, isn't transparent, isn't proactive, isn't being held accountable, because when they get caught in a corner, they emote. And gee, who did that? Who did that? Where does this prior knowledge come from? The words people use and their thinking go together. I thought it, wrote it in a safe space, and now I can openly talk about it. Yeah, I'm going to teach you everything about abuse of power because I've lived it. Education, healthcare, property management companies, tit for tat with the board, etc., etc. Are you ready to go? Told every group we gon' make this shit happen right here, right now. Calling out, told every group we gon' make this shit happen right. Recognizing the psychology, the philosophy, and the humanities of rape, because it's not like a new thing. Okay? Thanks, everyone. Bye. I get it. I've been avoiding this one. So I'm just documenting my voice and memorializing the date, because this is the date that I start sharing my recovery and how being on the board has really been the catalyst for that. At this point, I think it's really important that indeed we have accommodations on paper. My specialists were the ones that encouraged me to apply for the board after it lapsed, the deadline lapsed. Full disclosure, my specialist team were the ones that encouraged me to join the board after So we're gonna ask for that paper copy now. Hey, so I just wanted to quickly define the 4 ADA accommodations. I'm doing this in a voicemail. So the word processing has a lot of applications, and the application that you're using it for is a little too general. I'm talking specifically about speech processing. I already use ADA accommodations, but I will like to add 3 more. So again, December 21st, please amend it. It's in the email. I want it to be clear. I don't want... The only ADA accommodation I've already requested. So I guess the additional one is that to change the December 21st amendment to Tapper abstains. My specialists have encouraged me. Abstains. So, full disclosure, I'll be sending this to my specialist team. Part of it is to just get in the habit of talking and proving that I'm talking, because the specialist team were the ones that encouraged me to join the board. My team of specialists encouraged me to drop off my application interest for the board after I missed the deadline. Why is that important? Give you the ADA accommodations, and I'll even send it to my doctors because I've been looking for a way to bridge. Right, and then I thought, you know what? Put everything in my medical records, and then I'm going to expose those medical records. Don't use the closed session to race bait me. That's next. Thank you.